Hey everybody, it's Gary, but with Froggy Waters Outdoors. Today I want to talk to you about some baits. Wackem stackem. This is the panfish plastics kit. Alright, this is the S3 jig right here, the grub. It's a medium size, it's a body, and it looks like pieces of skirt. This is the medium, and when you thread it on the hook, that tail has some amazing action. So yesterday I went out and I got some video and I took this kit out, and what I've been looking for as a fishing guide is a pack of baits I can carry. It's real simple and put people on fish. Well, so I took this yesterday. The kit comes with a hook. It's got a 1/16 ounce peel head jig. I don't know if you can see that really well. With a sickle hook on it. It works really well. So I took that, and they got a curl tail grub, a 2-inch, and this is an electric chicken. It come in the kit, and so threaded it on the bait like so. Let me tell you, it was amazing. And so everything I've used in this kit has worked. It worked really good. I caught about 40 some fish yesterday. Target species was crappie, but it's a panfish kit. When you're catching crappie, you're liable to catch bluegill as well. And we did a lot of that. Now, one of the things that's going to be hard to see in this is how thin this tail is. That tail is super thin, and what it does is it gives it a ton, and when I mean a ton of action. It's a high quality plastic. I didn't get a whole lot of tails being ripped off. And when you got a 2-color mold like that that's been shot, anybody that knows anything about making plastics, it's hard to keep it from doing it. So when I look at it and I see that it comes up on this bulb right here, that tells me that the man takes a lot of time in making his plastics. This is a small company. You get quality baits. A lot of times you get better quality baits from a smaller company. They're reputable and you get what you're looking for. What I'm looking for is something that catches fish. And so when I go through this box, this kit we got right here, I use these, and you're going to forgive me because I don't know the names of all of them. That little minnow right there, and chartreuse and white. I had a lot of good fish bites and a lot of good hookups with it. That worked out great. This little thing right here, now I like how that tail works. I'm going to tell you something. If I'm going to use that, I'm going to put it under a cork. I'm going to float it. When I float it, what that's going to do is it's going to let me slow down my presentation. That little tiny tail is going to get too active. It gets too active and the fish is going to think it's going to run away. Sometimes if the fish are really active, they're going to go for that. But most of the time, what you want is something really calm and docile, and that way the fish think, like, this is going to be an easy target. He's not going to run, he's not going to surge, and you swim by the fish, that bait looks like a bait fish, and it looks like the bait fish doesn't care. And so that's why these suicide minnows, they work great. That's what that is. That's a suicide minnow. What it looks like is a tiny fluke. They worked really good the other day, and I'll be honest with you, I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little secret about what I'm doing. I'm tying 2 of them on peel head jigs, and I'm doing a double fluke rig. Top one is tied to a swivel on your main line. Swivel on your main line allows that swivel to go up and down your line, so it's not pulling from the same point. If it's pulling from the same point, it's more apt to break your line if you get 2 fish on. So I'm tying a swivel to my main line. Well, I'm running a line through the main eye, and I'll put a video up on it soon. Running a main line through an eye of the swivel, tying a tag line. The tag line's 6 inches. The main line on the bottom side of that swivel is going to be 12, so I'm half the distance. I put the 2 flukes or suicide minnows on there, and I cast it out. Count it down 3 to 5 seconds, let it sit in the water table, slowly falling. I tie them with loop knots. I use a cray loop knot, Lefty Cray. It's a really good knot. And the way it ties is the tag's headed backwards towards the hook so it doesn't get snagged on grass. There's a reason for everything in this world. But, so I tie them with loop knots. And that way when I throw it out, it settles in the water. And I twitch, and that minnow just darts. And they dart differently. Most of the time they do like this. When they're doing like that, it looks like two minnows that are away from the school and they're trying to find themselves. They're lost and disoriented. And if anybody knows anything about fish, they look for disoriented baits. Makes it a prime target. The other week I caught a bunch of white bass on it. I caught white bass and largemouth at the same time. I've caught panfish, I've caught crappie. It's worked for everything. I've had to change the colors around a little bit just to see, playing with it, but yes, it's working great. Those peelhead jigs, they keep you straight. They run, when you pull them in the water, they straight. They're not a jig head with a diamond to the point of it. It kind of meanders on its own. And with what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to mimic, I want to be able to control how much action that bait actually has. I really want it to have less action because I want to do it myself. If you are throwing a crankbait and that bait swims on its own and does its own thing, it's creating its own action. You can't really control that other than the speed of your retrieve. But so there's a reason that these things work really good. So what I want to say is, great job. Angelo Garcia, Wackem Stackem Baits. Panfish plastics kit. So buy you one of these, take a kid, put it on a Zebco, tie the hook on there, and let them cast it. That's what they need to do. Throw it out there, let them reel it back in. You don't have to wait on a cork, you don't have to wait on anything. You are going to have success. This is going to work. This is the one way to get the kids out there and get them fishing and have them hooked and have them happy. There's plenty of baits, handful of hooks. Try all the different colors. Water clarity changes things. How active a fish is changes others. Then what you have to go along with all that, you got temperature and what forages you got in the pond, river, creek, stream, whatever it is you're fishing. You got all that stuff that you got to take into account. So what you want to do is you want to get an assortment pack like I got here. You get that, you try it. You find out what works best for you. You find out what styles work best for you. When you find that style, you call them back and say, hey, I want 5 of this right here in a different color. Maybe you want it in green and black. Maybe you want it John Deere, electric chicken. I don't know. You'll find that out from fishing. Once you find out what you need, order your stuff. You can put it back in the box. I mean, once you got the box, you got it. It's real easy to refill it later. They sell hooks. Great hooks. They're sharp. I haven't had any trouble with the hooks. The lead, the paint hasn't been coming off the heads. Great product, like I said. I'm really pleased with everything that I have purchased from them. And like I said, I purchased this. This isn't promotional. This is purchased equipment. My goal this year is to chase down a 3-pound crappie. That is my goal. I plan on doing that. So far, I'm getting pretty good. I haven't got 3 pounds. I've got 2.5. And to set a goal in January, and here it is the 1st of May. We're coming a long way quickly. And they're key to my success. Another key to my success is slime line. The line that is just meeting all my needs. Catch the Fever is the brand that does it. And I mean, slime line is the way to go. I've really appreciated the products that they put out there. It's high quality. I'll do a review on some of that stuff later on. But for y'all, thank you for checking me out. Hit that subscribe button. If you got any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer them. See what I can't do to help you get on fish like I do. I'm not the best by no means, but I am successful and I catch them regularly. And so that's the key to a guide. It's not always the biggest fish, but being able to locate them and locate them every day. Any questions, comments, leave them below. Look me up at FroggyWaters.com or find us on Facebook at Froggy Waters Outdoors. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.